Look, this clip is 12 seconds long and I've got a trip to Hong Kong, so this has got to be quick. Dragon Ball references in anime. Nothing new. It was getting referenced before the anime was even made. Always fun. However, this is unironically some of the most manga-accurate designs I've ever seen in animation form, and it's in an anime about baseball of all things. Also, the desaturated Super Saiyan hair as well. When was the last time we saw that? Anyways, breakdown. So one of the first things is the shading style. Toriyama, around this time in his illustrations, would break the shading up and would paint these triangular sort of shapes, in contrast to the anime style, which were more simpler and refined in comparison, like we can see in the original scene this reference comes from. Animated by Tadayoshi Yamamura, or this one by Naoki Tate. Now keep in mind there were many animators that worked on Dragon Ball, so that may be more true for some than others. Like this animator kinda leans into that more Toriyama-esque roughness in the shading, only to be redrawn by Yamamura for the final with much more defined shapes. And on that note, it's about time I mentioned the animator behind this scene, Shun Sawai. Anyways, there's also little additions like the use of a third tone of shading around the eyes, long highlights, then a lot of straights. Imagine like you're kind of chopping something. Here's a drawing from the Z anime, rounded off, that's sort of the difference. Then the color design, the desaturated hair and clothing, the vibrant green eyes instead of the more darker shade the anime used. Pretty on point. There's also this like soft look to the edge of the shadows, which gives a more traditional painterly feel, a very nice touch. Pretty much a one-to-one adaptation of the manga panel. Now Toriyama would use a G-pen at this time, which gave these very sharp lines, and that's all brought over. Once again, generalizing here, the lines in the Z anime would often be a bit softer in comparison. Then anatomy-wise, there's details like the thinner sternomastoid. The anime approach is usually thicker and like a V shape, sort of like pointing downwards. Manga style faces upwards. Then finally, all those small touches like hatching around the ear, and here, and the nips. It's crazy how Sawai has brought over like every Toriyama detail you could think of. He posted some fan art also on Twitter, and once again, it's so on point, especially the watercolor style brush. It's pretty clear by this point that he's a big Dragon Ball fan, and it's actually apparently why he got picked for this scene by the episode's director, Nakazono. Outside all that, the animation itself, in areas, is a bit stiff in how it moves. I think the detailed, bulky designs don't really help much in that, but the rotation is nice, and the focus has clearly been put more so on the character art rather than actual movement, but nothing major. Anyways though, that was the final point. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.